insert generic greeting here, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Lemon. Today I'm joined by Nicole again.
Hello.
And the food we're cooking today is Thai cuisine, so cuisine from Thailand. We have two different dishes in this box. We already ordered from this company multiple times at this point, so we know of this company. They basically give you like a box of different ingredients and recipes, and then you have to buy some of it yourself. But only like the things that would go bad if they would send it, like meat for example. And then we also got...
So we don't stay thirsty, Thai milk tea or something.
Yeah. I don't know why I needed to show that on camera, but... I hate when they do this. They basically... Because it's very confusing, the way they fold it, but basically this is the recipe card for both dishes. Then you have in here peeled peanuts, the spice mix for Massaman Curry, rice noodles, which I don't think I ever had them.
I've had them, but I had round ones.
Tamarind.
I've had tamarind leaves before in a curry, but
I hate tamarind. I hate tamarind so freaking much. I made like a video about Mexican candy ages ago, and everything was tamarind flavored, and all of it was awful. And like the irony is like there's a second Mexican candy video that was never uploaded and probably never will be, and both of them had just tamarind, coconut milk,
cute package.
jasmine rice, which I'm very happy about. We had that last time.
Yes.
Jasmine rice is really nice.
I just because of the last video, I actually bought like 5 kilograms of jasmine rice. Or actually 7.5, I think, because I bought one big one and one smaller one.
Fish sauce. Not a surprise there. Palm sugar, but in a block. This is confusing me a little. I didn't expect that.
That looks weird.
It doesn't even look like sugar. It looks like candy. Chili flakes. Star spice mix. I first thought this would be vanilla.
Garam masala. I don't know how to say it, but yeah.
And that's basically everything that's in here. So let's start making food because I'm actually getting hungry.
Yes.
Alright, dish number one. I actually forgot which. I think I'm very, very organized today, as you can tell. Dish number one is pad thai. We decided for that one because it doesn't come with a sauce. So we felt like this one is less bad when it gets cold because we're gonna cook both dishes before we eat them. So we're gonna have cold pad thai, probably. I think this is like a staple of Thai cuisine, but there's also shrimps in there, for example. And I'm not really a person that likes seafood all that much, so would never have been a dish that I would have tried. However, I think they only had 2 dishes from Thailand. I think those were the only 2, so we were like, okay. Apparently it's 40 minutes to cook that. I kind of doubt that, but we'll see. From the box we have here the rice noodles. We have the tamarind, we have the fish sauce, we have the chili flakes, which by the way the recipe says we need 5 grams. Those are 3. Something went wrong. We checked the box, there's no other chili flakes in there. They just gave us too little. Or the recipe is wrong, I'm not sure. That's already a great start. Also the peanuts are here. And then from the stuff we had to buy ourselves, there's egg, a lime, chives, I think. We are not sure how to call this in English. There were several translations and all of them didn't really make sense. So an onion. Why is an onion here? We don't need an onion.
This is not an onion. But I don't know what the English name is. It's a shallot.
Scallions? Something like that.
I will ask my phone.
It's a not onion thing that looks like an onion, because I thought it was an onion, and I was just gonna be like, there's not an onion in the recipe, why do we have an onion? There's also a carrot here, which you can replace the mango bean sprouts, which are in the back here, with, because Nicole doesn't really like bean sprouts all that much, so we have the carrot as an additive. Also, 1 clove of garlic, which is very little garlic in my opinion, but that's okay. And yeah, the weird sugar block, I'm really excited for that actually. But with that being introduced, let's go to the cutting table and cut things. I don't think that's what cutting table means. Isn't that what you say for the place where people edit videos? Isn't that what a cutting table is? I don't know, whatever.
Don't ask me. We have shrimps in my bag, so it stays cold.
Oh yeah, we can't show the shrimps because they're still being cooled and stuff, but they exist. They will happen. The shrimps will have, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, let's go into cutting stuff. I forgot one big part of step 1 before we go into cutting up the veggies. You need to get 2 liters of warm water and basically put the rice noodles in it so they get soft. I don't think that bowl is big enough actually. Technically I don't think it matters as long as they're all covered.
Yeah, maybe it would help if they would like state how big the bowl is. This is already a big bowl.
Also, I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't feel like food. Okay, so they have to be all covered, which...
This is not very easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Sorry.
Don't do what we do, get a bigger bowl, I guess.
Yes. Okay, so the noodles are noodling in water. And the next step was we should prepare the shrimps like the package says, but my package says nothing. So the shrimps are shrimping. And then I should take half of the peanuts, so 25 of 50 grams, and
chop them up.
Yes. I don't really know how to do it. I will try with my funny
blender thing.
Blender. Well, now we have a variety of
sizes.
I have the chives. We had to wash them and now I have to cut them in
I think like 5
centimeters. Okay. In the best case we would have needed garlic chives, but I didn't find it, so it's just
normal one.
Normal onion chives or whatever. So what do I do now? We have the mung bean sprouts, whatever. I don't really like them. I will try it, but I won't eat the full amount, so I will use the carrot instead. So we will prepare both. 62.
Nice.
I have this thing and I will basically... You will see.
I feel like that's really handy for Korean cuisine.
Yes.
Because for a lot of the side dishes in Korean cuisine you do like need stripes like... Oh yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's exactly what I use it for. So, I did this. And now I have just to make the garlic naked.
Oh yeah, I mean that first of all, yeah.
So I will cut the shallot now. How do I have to cut it? Long, thin stripes, whatever that means. Okay. I've never cut a shallot before. It's the first time actually. The inner parts are in a different color.
It looks very garlic-ish now. Isn't the shallot like between an onion and garlic or something?
I don't know. I
have no
just
idea,
know that you can use it like onion.
Alright, second step is making the sauce. Now, first of all, it tells you to wipe clean the cutting board you just used, but we're just gonna get a new cutting board. Next, you're gonna take half the palm sugar and you cut it into very thin slices. How? What?
Maybe don't cut it, but like push it.
I'm trying, but like
knife,
that.
But like with the other hand on top. With force. Yes.
Ooh, okay. The thin slices thing is what's kinda gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna do it like that. Oh, this works. This works. This definitely works. So, what you do now is you get 100 milliliters of boiling water and then you put that into a bowl with the water. Whoa, okay, ow, ow, ow. So what you're supposed to do now is you basically put all the palm sugar into that boiling water. The sugar is dissolved, it looks very orangey. I'm not sure how visible that is on camera, it's a very bad angle I feel like. But
No,
I can't
you
really...
can see it.
Okay, now you put like the fish sauce in it, but only half of the fish sauce. So from the 60 milliliters only about 30.
2 hours later.
And now I need half the tamarind paste. Okay, it doesn't smell as bad as I remember tamarind tasting. So we need 50 grams of that. And now you just mix it. This does not look nearly as good as it did anymore. And that was step number 2. Alright, step number 3, which is called last preparations. First of all, you need to put your pan onto medium heat, which I already kind of did. This is meant to use oil, but we forgot the oil. So now I have margarine, which technically should work the same way. I don't think 1 tablespoon of butter equals 1 tablespoon of oil, so this is probably way too much oil. Okay, now you have to smash 2 eggs. So you have to make scrambled eggs. It's time to put the egg aside. And next step would be more oil. Now, in the heat of the moment, I'm gonna put the shrimps in.
Oh, let's get shrimp in.
Ew, 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 ew. I hate that. I hate everything about this. Apparently you have to boil them 3 minutes. Now the thing is, to be honest, this is kind of a mess because there's still egg residue.
Timer for 3 minutes. Starting now.
This is not what I wanted Google to do, but okay. Oh, they look really nice now. Okay, we'll let that cool down, whatever this mess is, and then we're gonna go with the next step. Step number 4. The pan is clean again. And this step is called quick frying. And it's starting with 3 tablespoons of oil. Next are the shallots and the garlic. Now apparently you fry those until they are brown and smell good, whatever that means exactly. So now the noodles are here.
They're very hydrated noodles.
Yeah, you leave them in the water for like 20 to 30 minutes. It was probably more like an hour from what we did. And next is the sauce. You're supposed to cook that for about 2 minutes. You can definitely tell there's butter in there. It looks very buttery, but that's okay. Okay, now step number 5. We start with the mango bean sprouts, but only most of them, not all of them. Because some of them are for garnish. And also, of course, the replacement carrots. Also, the green stuff is coming in now. The chives leek, whatever. Again, keeping some of it for garnish. Time for egg. Which is interesting because, for example, in Korean cuisine this would be more of a garnish, but like, I guess it's gonna be fried with the rest. And then also the shrimps. Which also, I expected the shrimps to be placed just on top of the dish instead, but like... And now you fry everything for 1 more minute. So, next you're gonna see this once we present it to eat. And, you know, there would be the added garnish of like the stuff that I put aside. And I'm definitely not gonna do that on camera, I think. So, one thing is you're gonna chop up the lime and just put a piece on it. I'm also going to use the chopped peanuts and then also the chili flakes. That would be step number 6, so like putting it on a plate and garnishing it. That's pad thai, I guess. So we decided to film step number 6, which is basically putting the stuff on the plate. This pan is very heavy to hold, so I'm gonna try to be speed here. Basically, you take pad thai. What is the price? Then you're taking some of the leek for garnishing, some of the carrot. Apparently, like the not cooked veggies are there to have more of a crunch together with the noodles. Some mungo bean sprouts. I can already not tell where the raw ones are, to be honest. Next, I'm gonna go for the peanuts. And then last but not least, a bit of fancy looking lime. And there you have it, a plate of pad thai. It's kind of ironic that we're cooking two main dishes for this video. We don't really have any entrees and stuff like that, but whatever, it is what it is. Let's continue with the next food.
We are done with the pad thai and now we are starting with the Massaman Curry. And the first steps we have to do stuff with the greens and garlic. But I will also do parts of the fifth part because they want us to
cut up the palm sugar and the potatoes.
Yeah. I will start with the onion. I was crying a lot because of the shallot. So I will try to be a bit more cool with it. I have to cut the onion roughly in bigger chunks, so I will do that. I start to feel the depression.
Mask and glasses ain't helping.
It's better than before, but it's not gone.
Right.
Ta-da! I will now cut up the lemongrass. These are 3, but we only need 1. I've never seen that in this form before. I have it at home, but dried and small. I have to cut 2 centimeters from the top and from the bottom. And then I have to heat this. And it says I have to cut it in 1 centimeters long pieces, but because I don't have an electric blender or something like that, I will cut it in smaller pieces so that our paste will be a bit more pasty, I guess. So, yeah. I think I already put it into here. Now the coriander or cilantro for the Americans. I have to cut it up, and the green stuff, but also the roots. The leaves are for garnishing later, like in the end.
Right.
So, and now I have to chop it up, I guess.
What is Mörser in English?
This is the definition of Miranda, denoting or relating to the duty of the police to inform a person taken into custody of their right to legal counsel and the right to remain silent under questioning. In French, that's merci. In French, that's in its feminine form and in its masculine form.
Quoi?
Sia means is in Italian. I can't translate from English to itself.
Okay then.
Now I have to prepare the garlic. They actually ask for 3 cloves of garlic, but we have super duper tiny ones. So, whatever. We like garlic anyway. Actually, you don't have to chop it, but I will chop it because I don't have a blender. As I said before, I will now do some parts of step 5, and the first one will be the cutting of the palm sugar block. This might probably be easier when you use hot water and put the knife in it,
Right.
so it melts when you cut it. Yeah, I will peel the potatoes and then cut them. Okay. Spooky. That's done. You have to quarter them, but I put it into about 6 parts because we want that. Deal with it.
I'm gonna start with step number 2 now, which the beginning of that is something I never really did before in that way, I think. We have the spice mix with cardamom, cinnamon, peppercorns, star anise. There's like several things in here. And what we have to do is basically heat up a dry pan and then just fry it for like 1 to 2 minutes so the flavor comes out, which is interesting to me. Now I did fry pepper before and that led to my fire alarm going off, so I hope that will not happen again. It says when the aroma is there, you're done. I don't know what that means. I think this was already enough. I feel like we're already doing this for more than 2 minutes.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, step number 2 is basically making the curry paste. There's already some of the stuff in here. The veggies that Nicole cut up. We already roasted the big spices. So now it's time to basically use a mortar to get them into a small form. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, it's starting to get small. I'm not sure if this is really gonna be a powder, but like... Alright, so due to the fact that it's already almost 11 PM and we have to make sure to be done before Nicole's last bus leaves, we are probably gonna stop at that. I mean, we're still gonna, you know, blend it a bit in there, but my biggest hope is that with cooking it'll kind of dissolve and not be as bad. I'm also gonna be more quick with this. Can you break this apart?
Pepper is actually something that should be easier to make to a powder.
Oh, I didn't know that black pepper was white inside. That's interesting. Okay, since my hand is starting to burn, I feel like that's the point of giving up. You add the garlic, which is already in here. You add the lemongrass, the onions, and the cilantro. You also add half the package of the spice powder. Now the confusing part is we checked the recipe, both, multiple times. We cannot find where the rest of the spice mix is going to go to.
I mean, half of the peanuts also stayed, so...
Oh yeah, true. Alright, and you need 1 tablespoon of oil.
No, I'm very excited how pasty it will be.
Yeah, I'm also very curious on how much this is gonna actually work out. It looks like something, but like not a paste. This is more of a spice powder than a paste, and I don't really think this will become a paste.
I have one idea.
Huh?
Do you have to cook the coconut milk?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah.
How much water do we need for the sauce or whatever?
150 milliliters.
It has to cook, right?
I mean, yes. Like, the only thing I would be worried about is if it would get too fluid before we get to that stage where you add the fluids. I'm not sure myself if we can add any of that earlier.
Maybe just add a little.
Yeah, maybe like a tiny bit of the water. I don't really think this will change, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, whatever then.
I think to become a full-on paste, we would really have to have an electric blender. I just don't think this is possible. I was thinking about buying one, but I was like, am I gonna buy a blender for one video that we might not have to use again? Let's move over to the stove so we can actually start cooking. It's time for step 3. Now this is gonna become Chaos Kitchen, probably. Because it's already starting to get late, so I'm also a bit in a hurry. Anyway, so you need a pot, put it on medium heat, then you add 2 tablespoons of oil. You might have noticed that we now have oil, because for the paste we needed oil. We were like, with margarine that would be such a hassle, that I just asked, like, around my neighbors, and somebody gave us oil. So now we have oil. So while that is happening, I have jasmine rice here. 200 grams. I'm gonna wash the rice while we wait for the pan to get hot, even though I feel like it's already hot, but like... This is technically step 4, but we're gonna do both of it at the same time, just to save some time. And now it's time to heat up the curry paste, which this is not really a paste. Also don't worry, I'm gonna go with a small spoon in a second.
The paste, which isn't a paste, smells extremely good though.
Oh yeah. It is kind of tasty at points actually. Next step would be adding the meat, which we got it pre-cut, so we like saved the work for that. This is made with cow. You can also replace that with, for example, chicken.
Or tofu.
Okay, so we have a bowl of meat. Next is coconut milk. Now it doesn't look like on the pictures, but maybe it will eventually. Okay, you need to make it boil and then reduce it to medium. So I'm gonna put it up a bit. And at the same time, we're now gonna do the rice, which just needs 250 milliliters of water, and then it needs to start cooking.
When will it need the onions?
The onions were supposed to be blended with the
really?
powder. Apparently, yes. I forgot we had onions until you now said it. I wouldn't even have realized it until we're done with this dish. Okay, some spontaneous blending made the onions be small. So while this is starting to boil, we have the palm sugar and the potatoes that Nicole cut for part 5 already. We have fish sauce, we have tamarind paste. Both of it is from the first dish, but like the other half is for this. So apparently very popular ingredients. I'm gonna start with the palm sugar. Now what you could probably do is not use all of it. Do like taste testing, figure out how much you want, but I'm gonna go for full Thailand. Oh god, now this starts again. Oh fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Technically it says that the curry is supposed to taste sweet, salty and hearty, earthy, I don't know how to call that in English, at the same time.
Give me a little spoon of the sauce, I just wanna like taste it. To see if it's really sweet, blah blah blah.
Then you wait for up to 30 minutes until it has a thick consistency. And it also says if you do this with tofu, which is interesting because it never mentioned that possibility, but now it says if you did it with tofu, now would be the time to add the tofu. I think we're gonna skip this part and just move to the presentation on the plates in a second, because like nothing much is gonna happen here actually. So I'm just gonna put myself a timer for the times we need, and we're gonna talk to you guys once we're done with this part. Let's put together a plate. The bottom of it is a bit caramelized, I feel like, but that's okay. Next is some of the curry. the cilantro got a bit weird now. Cilantro got very dry, whatever. Just used as garnish, so just gonna put it here for a bit. Another dish, fully done. And I'm very freaking hungry at this point. So let's go! Alright, and last but not least, we now have the drink. I have my phone here with me because there's not really any like instructions, unless it's in here. But like that's the bag with tea for 4 glasses. You can make it hot or cold. And because we have 4 glasses in there, we decided to make just both of it. But the first instruction is basically the same for either way. I mean, there is an instruction manual, but it's much more simple than what's on the website. That's the Thai tea leaves. Black tea.
Yeah, but what black?
It just says black Thailand.
Right.
So for the hot tea you need 120 milliliters of water. For the cold tea you need 100. So since this is 4 portions, we're gonna use 440 milliliters of boiled water. I can't fill it up normally because it's too full with the tea leaves.
Ah, yes, that can happen.
Alright, it's tea time. Now, here would be the point where you add the, I don't even know how to call this in English, condensated milk, sweet milk, whatever.
It's cooked, basically milk with sugar.
But first, you need 2 spoons of sugar for 1 tea. So it's 2 spoons for 1 cup. And 8 spoons of sugar. Now it's time to mix all of that up. You can probably kind of tell the tea is definitely becoming light already. So for the hot tea, you basically are done at this point. And then what you do is you boil milk. We did that with a microwave off camera. This is a weird mix of milk because I had some normal milk but not enough. So there's some vegan milk mixed with it that is supposedly tasting like normal milk, so it should make a difference. And you basically fill up the cup with the milk. So that is the 2 hot teas that are very hot indeed. Now for the cold tea, you add the milk in there. Don't want to be wasteful with milk. And then for the last step of making the cold one, you fill half your cups with ice. Come on, gonna use all the ice. I want all the ice. That's not even half full of the glasses, but they also don't really tell you what size of glass they're expecting you to use, which is kind of not good, but whatever. And with that, the drinks for the video are done.
Yay.
After hours of cooking, we're finally back on the couch. It's finally eating time. And I'm honestly very excited because the things we cooked today are very far from what I cooked before, I would say. Especially like the spice mixes and stuff, that's not a combination I ever had. Like, especially the tamarind, for example, that was in both.
Lemongrass.
Yeah, as well. So here's your plate.
Thank you.
Like some of the parts of the garnish I feel like you did fancier than I did. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely tasting the fish sauce.
Ah, we should,
Oh yeah. The lime is not just there for fanciness, the lime is there too. I forgot that there's egg in there, I completely forgot that. Not sure if I'm a big fan of the lime, to be honest, actually.
I like it. I think it's also very fitting.
Well, if you like the sour and spicy combo.
Okay, I try the mungo bean sprouts. Or sprout, in this case.
I think you can't really taste the mungo bean itself anymore that much.
Yeah, I can eat it.
It just all becomes the sauce. Or rather the marinade, marinara, whatever the English word is. Mm.
Wow.
The peanuts are an interesting choice. Oh, it's time for a shrimp try. Oh,
Okay, the chili flakes are
very
hot.
spicy, honestly. I realized that like after a few spoonsful and I was like, oh, maybe I should have put less on.
But like they are all on the top, so if I just mix it a little bit, it will probably get better.
Yeah. But they are definitely, I mean the recipe said that, so that's good because they're definitely quite hot.
The milk tea would probably be nice for me right now.
Yeah, I think
Because
it's
of
time
the-
to have a drink.
Hotness.
I'm just gonna give you my shrimps because like the thing is the shrimps aren't bad, but it's more like it has a kind of flavor and texture where I feel like I don't want to eat it. It's okay, but I don't want to eat it. I would say we go with the cold milk tea for now.
Yes.
It's really strange. I can see it in your glass as well because the ice has dissolved at this point. You can see like a layer of water on top of the actual milk tea didn't mix.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, it tastes really nice. And interestingly enough, it's very, very different from standard Taiwanese milk tea.
But you can definitely drink this chapati, so...
Mm-hmm. The noodles are really freaking good though.
Yep. The whole mixture of stuff is pretty cool. And even though we were wondering, like, one clove of garlic is like
Not that
so
much.
little, I think it's okay because there's so much stuff going on here,
Mm-hmm.
and there's already enough spiciness and hotness from the chili flakes.
And as I expected before, it's like flavor-wise very different from every cuisine I had so far. Alright, and after the pad thai has been so good, now it's time to try the Massaman Curry. And it looks really good.
Yeah,
It smells really good.
the paste.
It did
Smells
actually work.
amazing.
Yeah, it did actually
And,
work.
Yeah, through the cooking, it definitely became one mass. So
Yeah, it did work as a curry. It didn't even have to be a paste, I guess. And we have hot tea, which isn't that hot anymore. But I'm gonna try with that first because I want to see if its flavor is different from the other tea. Oh, this is very different actually.
yeah, it's much sweeter.
Uh-huh. But also, the tea is more there. I taste more sugar, but also more black tea at the same time. It's very interesting.
The feeling is calmer. I don't know. Good stuff.
Yeah, I really like this. Anyway, looking forward to the potatoes because I like potatoes. Good potato. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow, good potato. Really good potato.
That is a good potato. And good curry. Oh yes.
The meat is a bit of a tough bite for me, but like flavor is really good. My teeth are just fucked, so eating anything that's not chicken is a problem for me, but flavor was really freaking good.
I like it though. I like to have to chew on something, so the rice is as good as always.
The combination is really nice. I could see myself making this not with meat, but with like tofu or something. Something vegan, but like the curry itself, really freaking delicious.
With a blender, it should actually be an easy dish. Definitely not complicated or something. And yeah, it's really cool to have used fresh lemongrass.
And like again, the potatoes, so freaking good. I feel like I'm gonna do the outro bit now, because otherwise we're just gonna sit here and continue eating this and saying it's good for like 10 minutes. I don't think that's achieving much. I really like this experience. I do like getting boxes from this company, so it's very likely I think that we'll order from them again. We still have a list of things we wanted to try from them. Granted, the Bangkok box was a bit chaotic in comparison to the Japanese box, which seemed a bit more coordinated.
Yeah, and also more put together. Like
Yeah.
They also had those fans and everything was
it would just not be something viable to continue buying from them for your day-to-day eating.
Yeah, but like
You would probably keep the instructions and then do it
yes.
yourself.
You learn how to do it, and then you can actually buy most of the stuff yourself, like the spice mixtures and stuff. You can do it yourself.
What was your favorite of the products that we made today?
That's hard. That's very hard. I liked the tea, but for me the tea isn't that new or special because I already know this kind of sugary milk, and I also, like, my half-life I drank black tea with milk, so it's not very new for me. Yeah, the shrimpy stuff is a really cool dish.
The shrimpy stuff, you mean the pad thai?
Yes. But I think I like the curry the most, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, for me the curry is a big win. Like, I like pad thai more than I thought I would like it. But then again, I left the shrimps out, which I think are a key part of the dish, actually. The rest is good. Like, I would eat it if that would be my only option somewhere. But then again, if I would have more options, I probably would go for something else. Whereas the curry would be something I could eat regularly. And then, I mean, the curry is my favorite, definitely. The tea also, I wouldn't call it my favorite product because it's like, it's just tea at the end of the day. However, this is the one I could most likely integrate into my day-to-day life because this is a much easier and much quicker to just make. But yeah, this was a fun experience. I'm definitely looking forward to next time, whenever that might be.
Yep.
And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below anything you want to comment down below. And if you enjoy videos like this one, or candy tastings, urban exploring, story times, travel vlogs, travel dogs. I do a lot of random stuff. I do just anything I want, so I would probably advise you to just go check out the rest of our channel, see if there's more stuff you enjoy, and if there is, maybe subscribe and stay up to date with everything that's gonna be posted in the future. Until then, hopefully see you next time. Bye!
Bye bye.
Now I continue eating.
Yeah.